good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Saturday morning, and ain't God good, and won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will, oh, yes, he will. I know my children probably saying, Mr. Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every Saturday morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, it's Saturday morning, right? I was talking to my nephew the other day. My nephew said, Uncle Andrew, Uncle Andrew, Uncle Andrew. So what's up, nephew? Uncle Andrew, I saw Kenyon Martin on YouTube the other day, Uncle Andrew. He talking about how bad crime was in Memphis. I said, you saw who? Kenyon Martin, you're the ex-basketball player. I said, I know who you saw, nephew. I think I might have saw the same video too, nephew. So, nephew, what the question you want to ask me? Uncle Andrew, is Memphis that bad, Uncle Andrew? He said he won't want to live in Memphis. Nephew, but before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with white beard, smiling and profiling. And finally, like, y'all trying to size me up. I said, nephew, this is the thing, nephew. Nephew, what's your question again? He said, Uncle Andrew, you need to stop playing, Uncle Andrew. I said, nephew, I'm not playing. He said, you said that you saw Kenyon Martin on YouTube, right? And he was talking about putting Memphis down, saying some small thing about John Moran. You know, nephew, I don't like to get involved in a lot of politics. I know, Uncle Andrew, I just want your take on Uncle Andrew. So, nephew, look, nephew, this is the thing, nephew. Crime is everywhere. In Memphis, in the top 10 of crime, they say we are, but they're not really telling you everything. He said, what do you mean, Uncle Andrew? What do you mean, Uncle Andrew? What do you mean, Uncle Andrew? I said, nephew, they're not telling you everything, nephew. Memphis, one thing about Memphis, I can truly say, Memphis report, I think, accurate. They report all their crimes, put it like that. A lot of the other cities, they may report crime here and there. They ain't reporting everything. They give you something, but not everything. Now, does Memphis need to clean up? Yeah, Memphis needs to clean up. They need to clean up. Yeah, but it starts at home. What do you mean, Uncle Andrew, it starts at home? Nephew, the way I've been talking to you, nephew, you got your mom and your pops, right? Now, I'm asking you a question, nephew. Do you hang out at 2 o'clock in the morning? No, Uncle Andrew, no. If I say that late, my mom and dad ain't gonna get me. My point exactly. When you got 12 years old, 11-year-olds, and 13, 16, and they out that type of morning, nephew, what think gonna happen, nephew? Why are they out so late anyway? Even I, back in my day, well, not that late. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing, nephew, is the thing. If you are a parent, you have to start parenting your children. That's all I'm saying, nephew. That's all I'm saying. Now, Memphis crime has risen because of what? People migrate from other cities, from Chicago, from New York, from Louisiana, from even from Mississippi. You got people that come into our city and bring some of the crime with them. Now, this is the $1 million question we should have asked, nephew. You know what's that, Uncle Andrew? Can crime be controlled? So, Uncle Andrew, can you control crime? Yeah, you can control crime, but this is the thing, nephew. Crime pays. You gotta get a lawyer. You gotta go to court. It pays a lot of different things. Anything. If you. I said, nephew. Sometimes you gotta take a deep breath, nephew, and look at the whole situation, look at the whole picture, nephew. A lot of these kids, nephew, they are lost. They're lost. They trying to find something or someone to believe in. So if you don't give them something or someone to believe in, nephew, this is what you're gonna have. This is what you're gonna get. Going to the grocery store and might go in and paying for gas, and now you got to report your car being stolen. In a buying somebody for a snack, and end up getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, nephew, if parents start parenting, it will cut down on a lot of things that people are going through. Memphis bad. Every city is bad, nephew. Every city is bad. Now, Kenyon Martin spoke about Memphis, right? But he said no about where he came from. We played ball in Cincinnati. I don't know where exactly he live, but I guarantee you wherever he's from, I guarantee you crime is probably bad there too. People don't want to talk about their own city. People want to talk about Memphis all the time. Memphis is a good city. We got Bill Street, we got Elvis Presley. We got all those good things that happen in Memphis. You know, are we perfect? Nope. Nowhere close to being perfect. Do we have problems? Yep, we have a lot of problems. We got crime. We got racial division. We got a lot of things going on inside of Memphis, nephew. But the only way those things gonna change, nephew, youth, just like yourself. They want things better for the next generation. That's what I want for the next generation too. But the city leaders inside of Memphis, inside of Nashville, inside of all these other cities, L.A., Chicago, however you want to put it, they have to start being leaders. You can control anything. That's one thing I said I get Donald Trump credit for. He said Chicago's so bad now. This Donald Trump said everybody knows Chicago is bad. So he can send the National Guard down right now, shut Chicago down, and get rid of all them crime lords, crime drug dealers, whatever, out of Chicago. And I believe him, you know. But you gotta be willing to do the right thing, and that's the thing, I heard somebody the other day say, "Man, I'm afraid to go to Memphis. I'm afraid to get out of my car and go inside the store because I'm afraid I might get robbed." Look, you can get robbed walking out the front door of your house. You know, it's just what is the world coming to? A lot of people say that the world is coming to an end, and we don't know the day or the time. We don't know none of those things. But what I do know is that we have to do better. Parents, men need to be men, and women need to be women to teach these children the right way to go. You know what, nephew? You know one thing I hate to see, nephew? You know what's that young man? What's that young man, Andrew? I hate to see a grown man with his pants sagging and I can see his underwear. Uncle Andrew, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Nephew, when we were younger, nephew, no, we had clothes that were too big, but you never saw our underwear. Them clothes we grew into. I might have some big pants in ninth grade, got in 12th grade to find a fit. I'm just saying that, I'm just saying. Kenyon Martin, he's wrong about Memphis like that. Talking about Memphis like that. Like I said, because he said when he got to the city, he said he was afraid to go anywhere. People say things for ratings, nephew. Memphis got this issue, yeah. And we're not perfect, no. Memphis just like any other city, nephew. You got Chicago, you got Detroit, you got certain parts of New York, you got L.A. All those cities are worse than Memphis. But it said based on the population, too small that. Forget all that. You know what I'm saying? If one person died, that's one too many. That's my whole point. Is like when you have children that are dying, 11 years old, 12 years old, because of shooting another child, that's one too many, two too many, nephew. And you got parents. Some parents, I believe, are aware of what the children are doing. They say, well, as long as my child is okay, it's all that matters. Now how ignorant does that sound? Hmm? Huh? As long as my child, everything's okay. When you are a real parent, nephew, if one child is hurt, you are hurt because that parent lost a child. They should feel the same way about your child. Until we get to that point, nephew, you're gonna always have all this nonsense that's going on around us. So that's why I always tell you, nephew, parents always tell you, pray. Prayer changes things. Prayer sometimes might be your shield between you getting shot. Because you pray the armor of God all around you. And for those who don't believe in prayer, the prayer changes things, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you. Because prayer brought me a mighty long way, even when I was feeling down. And my nephew said, Uncle Andrew, you be feeling down sometimes? Yeah, I be feeling down sometimes. I feel down a lot of time because children such as yourself, children like you, going to school trying to better yourself, trying to get a better education, trying to make the world a better place. You got people on the outside bring all this corruption in front of you and stuff, and it might bring harm to you. There's some things you don't know what to deal with. Sometimes you wanna react versus respond. Sometimes your reaction can cause you getting shot or robbed. By responding, you might have a better chance. But I just want you to have the knowledge to know, should I respond or should I react? That's all I want, nephew. But back to the issue at hand, nephew. Like I said though, Memphis, we got a lot of work to do in Memphis. We have a lot of work to do around this beautiful world. Every city has their issue, but don't fear. Don't let people tell you about your city when they don't live in your city. They just visiting, and maybe the crime came when they came. You know what I'm saying? And it left when they left. So that's all I want to say. But I want people to be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing is going to be okay. I can guarantee you that, nephew. I can guarantee you the same exact thing, nephew. As long as you make God a part of your life, it's gonna be okay. Keep asking those questions. Keep asking those things that you are concerned about. I was at a place, nephew, and was at a job, and someone said, "Lee Craft, I wish you were there during the meeting and everything, because you would have asked a question." I said, "No, probably not." "What do you mean?" I said, "If I didn't want to know the answer to that thing that you want to know the answer to, I wasn't gonna raise my hand and ask a question for it. That's something you need to do." See, people want you to ask certain questions and stuff, so take the light off of them. But I only ask those things that I want to know about. If you want to know about it, that's something you need to raise your hand. You need to ask that question because that's something you want to know. See, people try to send you out, nephew. That's all I'm trying to do, nephew. Trying to build you up so you understand. Don't get caught in that foolishness that they're doing. I want you to be your own man. I want you to be that independent thinker, that truthful, that true game changer. If things are not right, if you can fix it, fix it. If you can't fix it, nephew, just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't sit there and burn yourself out and worry yourself about something beyond your control. So, nephew, did I help you? Yeah, Uncle Andrew. I gotta tell you, Uncle Andrew, every time I talk to you, Uncle Andrew, you give me some solid knowledge, Uncle Andrew. And Uncle Andrew, I really appreciate it too, Uncle Andrew. I ain't lying, Uncle Andrew. If it weren't for you, Uncle Andrew, I don't know how far I would be. I know how far you'd be, nephew. I think you're gonna be exactly what you're supposed to be. What do you mean, Uncle Andrew? I just said you're gonna be exactly what you're supposed to be. Nephew, wherever you are, it's where you're supposed to be. And the way around it. So, nephew, you got anything you want to have? No, Uncle Andrew, that's it, Uncle Andrew, that's it, Uncle Andrew. Are you sure? Yeah, Uncle Andrew, I got one more thing, Uncle Andrew. What, nephew? I love you, Uncle Andrew. And Uncle Andrew love you too. Is that it? That's it, Uncle Andrew, that's it. So, like I said, good people, no matter what you're going through, whatever it is, just talk to God, and if you can't figure it out, it's probably because He's already worked it out. So, with that being said, Dilly Craft, this is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day, and please find time and make time to tell God thank you.